everybody, welcome back. We're going up for a fun weekend. It's December 11th. Me and my son are heading up to Jackson Hole. We have some elk tags we could possibly fill. We can hunt on the refuge with an elk permit. Plus I have my bison tag. This is kind of my first real maybe chance, maybe kind of hunt for a bison. So as you can see out my window though, it's been snowing today. It's put down 2 or 3 inches. The temperatures are going to be 20 to 0 with a few inches of snow. That could change plans, where last weekend was 40 and 20 and nice and sunny. So we'll see how it goes. I got my son with me, Malin's in the back, and you know, so all my hunting is also going to depend on what I feel I can do with him as we're out there. 0 degrees is pretty cold, and if there's a little bit of wind, we can't be out there that long. So, but we're going to give it a go. We got fat tire bike. We're gonna pick up another one so we get on the Elk Refuge, and we're gonna look around. So stick with us. Elk hunt, bison hunt. We'll see if we can get after it and get some action this weekend. We got here, attention hunters, no dumping of animal parts or carcasses in the Shadow Mountain area. Bears in the area. So there's a famous bear that travels these parts. I think it's number bear 399, and she has 4 cubs, and she's been around here. Like, it was just maybe 5 days ago she was in this area. So good news is, coming in there is 120 bison by Mormon Row. So that is close to Blacktail Butte. That's only within about 3/4 of a mile to a mile of the refuge. And those bison, after watching them last year, they could make a run to the refuge. Last year when I started hunting, this road access here to Shadow Mountain was too much snow and we couldn't get in here. Right now you can. So we're gonna give it we're gonna check it out. We're just kind of glassing tonight. Me and Malin are gonna get after it tomorrow. And we're just looking around tonight, just trying to see if we can't spot something close. We did get a tip that there was 2 bison shot on the refuge last weekend, and there was a total of 4. So there's 2 other bison somewhere. They have not been taken. Maybe they're on that refuge, and so I think we're gonna have to hit that refuge. We could see lots of elk tracks. We could see a lot of elk around the refuge. I haven't seen nothing on the refuge yet. We're gonna glass our way back in tonight. It's 4 o'clock. We barely got an hour of daylight, so we're just zipping around looking for animals. And that's our game plan tonight. Go back and have pizza and get in the hotel room. So we're just looking to see if we can't see animals close to a location that we can hunt. There's some bison, as I mentioned, the ones right by Blacktail Butte. About 120 of them right here. Oh, I can't pinch to zoom it in. There they are. All up foraging, so we'll keep an eye on these guys this weekend, and I'll be back next weekend. Salt. How's that salt, dude? Whoa. Look at the amount of mass of those horns on his head. He's a good ram. Just to prove that the ram is that close, I'm not just using a good photo lens. We're in the National Elk Refuge, coming around the backside or the east side of it here, and this is where a lot of the sheep come to. And he's getting some salt off the roads. Just over here to the side, I'm looking at another dozen or so sheep up here. That's pretty cool. He's a good sized ram to be on the road. Then there's some more in there. Usually you don't see a big ram right on the road. Yeah, car, yeah, better slow down. There's a ram in the road. Good morning, everybody. Out here on the Elk Refuge. December 12th. September. Getting ready for our elk hunt, our bison hunt, and it's time to get out there. We already got people walking in front of us, but we got our cool bikes over here. Really debating between taking just your gun, but we have intel that there's bison out here, so maybe a bison. So I'm gonna try and pack both of our guns, me and Malin's. All right, here we go. Here's our electric fat-tired bikes. We get on the refuge. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles in the parking lot with us. We already got people out here. That's where we're going. Let's go. All right, well, we just saw those 10 cows. They just happened to come right out of the brush. Right when we came down the road, we looked back up in a draw, right first time we could see it, and they saw it the same time. And they took off running. I think they busted up in this draw behind us here. Nothing right down here. I mean, look at this view. Look behind me, there's a big flat right down here. If you're seeing my pack, I'm packing both guns because I got Malin's with me as well. We don't see nothing here, so I think we're gonna check a little ridge out just over to here. You can see the sun trying to come up right there behind us. That's the sun. Well, we got good visibility actually, even though it's cloudy. So, darn, if we would have saw this elk before they saw us, we would have had them. That'd have been a good spot. That'd been a good spot. Of course, it was one of those ones where you have to go back like this to look back up to see where they were, and they had us first. Whew, so we just did a little hike over to that ridge right over in there. And was looking off the other side into Long Hollow. Didn't see nothing. You could see a lot of bull elk on the other side. Malin's gonna do a little. Get your kickstand up. Kickstand. Spin out, Malin. Do some cookies. Cookie. Cookie. Cookies. So we're heading back to the truck. It's like 10:30. It's turning out to be beautiful. It's like 20 degrees. Where are you going? Well, so as I was just pointing out, we got to the parking lot and all of a sudden 18 elk coming from a long ways away towards the road we just rode our bikes on. And thing is though that there was already like 10 people out there because they saw them all before me and Malin did. If it would have been 15 minutes, they would have been like on the road that we were riding and we would have been there in a perfect spot. But as it is now, there's 10, 12 people out there already in orange surrounding them. They were moving kind of, I guess it would be north in the park. So I just come around the hill. I'm not gonna walk out there with 12 people around me. But if they start trying to run up and over this hill to run back to the Forest Service to this side, we just are going to sit here and wait. There's nobody watching in here. The only thing is that we can't see, or we don't know anything happening. We can't hear the gunshots, obviously, if there is any. So we're just sitting here watching, and you can see, I'll show you the hills here. So where they were last was just directly over this hill. But you know, they could come through here anywhere. Up through here. And then this way, me and Malin could get in a position to maybe catch them. I did hear that a bunch of other elk were shot in the refuge down low. Of course, me and Malin are up north in the refuge. We see some, but not like out in the open. And it sounds like over 20 were killed somewhere farther on the refuge. So me and Malin were just out cruising around tonight, just hitting all the different spots around the Elk Refuge, around the National Forest here, just seeing if we maybe can't see some bison where they might be. We're not seeing anything close to the refuge. We didn't see any bison on the refuge. So we're still looking. There's still a big herd over here by Blacktail Butte. Looking at elk. There's elk everywhere, here and there. So on that, we're just kind of looking around tonight. You can see the Tetons there behind me. Not too bad of an evening. So that's all we're doing, just hitting our spots. We're not necessarily going out and sitting in a spot. We had a pretty good hunt this morning. We're both a little tired from that. So we're just trying to do some spot and then maybe give us a chance for the stock in the morning. All right, here we go. It's -8. Oh, the phone actually makes it look more light than it does out here. It's a little bit darker than that. -8 degrees out here this morning. It's freezing. We're bundled. We're ready to go up that way. So we got 4 other trucks here with us, and we're gonna get out here, get after it, fix my goggles. Oh, it's cold. It's so cold. Our bikes. Yeah. Okay. It's so cold. We got our 20 elk. That's from our left. It's a whole bunch of bulls, but there is a couple cows in the group. It's so cold. Well, they're going up this hill right in front of us. And there ain't nothing gonna stop them from going over that hill. There's no other hunters over there. There's probably 15 to 20 bulls and 3 cows, maybe and 1 calf. But they're marching, and they're just going to keep going and going. And that gets into that deep back country over there, and I just don't know. Those elk went through a draw right there in that hill. And I got to sit here and wonder if I want to chase elk for another mile in -8 degree weather. They were still strung out going up there. Not on the Tetons, but over that hill. The answer is no. So we'll see. We're gonna still make our trip now, but we're gonna let them go. There was 3 cows and something like maybe 20 bulls. It's so cold, our eyelashes are frozen. My face mask is all frozen through here. So we need that sun to get up. It's almost up. All right, so we came back to the truck. It's 8:40. It's too cold. It's -9 degrees. This is different. We are frozen. It's ripping my beard off on my mask. Those elk disappeared. It's just too cold. I can't feel my toes, my hands. We're not that hardcore for an elk right now. But there is a big herd out of one of the other parking lots here at the refuge. We're gonna head that direction, take a look, and just warm up. This is too cold. So that's what we're doing. We're bagging this trip today. It's too bad, it's clear. Sun's not making it up though. You can see out this direction over here, it's not up. So just to show you how cold this is. Just to show you how cold this is. This was a coffee we had in here this morning. It froze. We've only been out of the truck for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Not that long. It froze in here while we're out. It's cold. Okay, so this is pretty crazy hunting out here. So right out there, there's a person standing right there. There's 1,000 elk out over there. And they're going left and right, and they're right on a line. There's a line, let's see, where's my finger? There we go. There's a line out here that on the north side of it, you could use regular rifle hunting equipment on the south side. You could use other types of hunting equipment like archery, muzzle loaders, shotguns. And the elk are all running now going north, which means they've crossed into the actual area where they could be shot. Oh, I could see some people moving on some real quick out there. I'm gonna try and zoom in. Where are they at? Right there. Straight out in the middle of the frame here is people moving, trying to get into some range of shooting some elk. The elk must be a little dip or drainage in there. I can't see the elk. They all just dipped over the side and they were moving. If the elk would have just went south, they actually would have been safe. Okay, so we came around to the other side and we were just looking at the elk. Here's those elk you can see right now. They're bunched up right here, and it's just crazy. There's people sitting all around out in here, and can't see where those people were that were sitting by the elk from the other side. We did just watch 6 or 7 elk that ran all the way across, pretty much went across where we were sitting on the other side, and they just ran off towards some houses over there. They escaped, they're safe. I wonder why those 6 or 7 broke up. I said, we're out of here. There's people standing all around these elk. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never witnessed this hunt here in Wyoming before. And you know what? It's not our cup of tea, me and May. So we're out of here. We're gonna go look for bison. Oh, what a beautiful day. Now it's getting a little warmer. It's like 5 degrees. Got some bison out here. If you guys don't know where this is at or recognize it, Elk Ranch Flats. It's no secret. It's really like to hang out. So there you go. There's a couple hundred in there for sure. Just the other side of this hill on this side of the road right here, there's another big group over there. So we're just scouting a new spot because there's not supposed to be a lot of snow coming this next week, and I might have to come up in here and find a spot. You can get, if you drive way through, you can get to the Forest Service. It's a spot where maybe you can hang out. There's no bison over there now, nothing even really close, so not today. Yeah, kind of nice. Look at this view. The Tetons behind you. It's awesome. We're gonna go get some lunch. Not much we can do. Go back and look at the other bison at Mormon Row, see if they've moved. Go back and look at the elk on the refuge, see what's maybe going on there. We might just be kind of dumb. Kind of done. So, still cold, 5 degrees. Woo! The bison are moving east from Mormon Row. Malin and I just came back to Mormon Row to check on the bison here. Got all these cars right here at the end of the road parked. There's a gate. And the bison, you can only see a few there. They've strung out. And they're walking. They're moving. Who knows what they might do? They might just curl right back over into the cottonwoods here. Or go somewhere else. I think we'll watch. I think we'll find out. Look at them all strung out. Look at that bull. There's a bull right there. Bull. All these ones in the back now are kind of like, hey, we gotta catch up. Let's see, I'm gonna show you. Everybody else is out here watching them. So there's a few still back here behind. There we go. We got 3, 6, 10 or 12 still there. They're getting strung out. Right up through there. Pretty funny how they're just deciding to move and go somewhere. It might not go far. It might just go right there. Well, we're heading for home. We haven't seen nothing. Behind me, there's the Elk Refuge. That big herd of elk, they're gone. Who knows where it went. There's a lot of hunters down here on that butte that's inside the refuge. There's a huge track of lines. I wonder if those elk went over that refuge or over that hill to the south end of the refuge. There's a lot of eagles straight out there. So somebody got something, but not us. We're done. I don't even see any elk out there now. So I wonder where, what was that? What do you think that was? 300 elk? 400? 500 elk? A lot of elk. They're gone. A lot of hunters still out there, but we're out of here. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'm going to be back next weekend for a bison hunt only. We weren't able to get it done, and today the minus 21 degrees, that kind of hindered us a little bit. So come back next time though. The bison season starting. All my bison videos will get a series. All right, see you next time.